Rize Mzansi's top floor is the place where entrepreneurs are given a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to convince multi-millionaire business moguls to invest in their ideas.
We're looking for an investment of 2.5 million rand in exchange for 25% of the company.
Tonight, two sets of hopeful entrepreneurs go head-to-head to be awarded venture capital to enhance and evolve themselves in their businesses.
We believe that with our concept, your money and support, we have a recipe for great success.
However, there is a catch. No matter how brilliant both entrepreneurs' ideas are, only one or none of them will be chosen.
And our combination of
You're
that...
boring me with statistics from a research firm that are not about your product.
Backing the investors is the advisor, a shrewd business guru who will help advise whether the wannabe entrepreneurs are investable.
I think that the guys want to leapfrog.
Will they rise or will they burn?
Are you ready?
Amashishini asakhasayo ngawona adala imisebenzi emininzi kwaye anegalelo ekukhuleni kwezomnotho. Simeme osomashishini abenza i-millions ukuzomamela iingcinga zosomashishini abasakhasayo ukuzobanceda ukukhulisa amashishini wabo ngemali nangolwazi. Investors namhlanje nguGil noRan. Ishishini likaRan noGil i-The Creative Counsel yenza imali engapha kwehafu ye-billion ngonyaka.
We invest in businesses, we like to do strategic acquisitions, and seeing small companies grow into big companies within our group is something that inspires us.
We back jockeys, not horses. It's 100% the person.
Ideas come and go, opportunities come and go. People make things happen.
uRan noGil bathemba ukuba nomphi na usomashishini okrelekrele angaqhuba neliphi na ishishini.
We live by the adage, break down equals breakthrough.
Calculated tenacity. Fight for what you want.
Passion-fueled optimism means that passion gets you through, and when the tough times hit, the optimism makes it not that bad.
Things never work out the way we plan. Whether that excites you or disappoints you is entirely in your hands.
What makes a successful entrepreneur is someone who sees a vision that others don't, who grabs opportunities where others don't see one, and makes it happen.
Talent, passion, and tenacity are what make a successful entrepreneur.
Uphumela salela ngokuqala eMzansi ukufumana isidanga sase-Global Fellowship on Social Innovation.
I am a consultant in information communications technology. My main area of focus is to build economies using information communications technology, and my passion is the creation of jobs for young people.
Uthando nokuzimisela kukaPhumela kuyabonakala empumelelweni yamashishini wakhe.
What I love about my job is the ability to ensure that young people are the ones that are doing these jobs, and in that process that their lives are improved through the jobs that they're doing, and also the skills that they learn from doing the jobs.
Uphumela uhlala kwi-board ye-Youth in Action South Africa njengomcebisi.
Awuzukwazi ukupush passion yodwa. The passion is not gonna put bread on the table. It's the figures, it's the right figures that are going to put the bread on the table.
Ran, welcome to the top floor.
Thank you very much. Nice to see you again.
You ask all the hard questions. I'm going to ask you a very hard one now.
I'm ready.
What is the future of business in South Africa?
The future of business. I think the future of South African business is incredible. I think we're an incredibly entrepreneurial nation. We want to survive, and that desperation to survive makes us great entrepreneurs. And I think with more shows like this and more people who are willing to invest behind the entrepreneurs, the future looks fantastic.
You made it to my stage of negotiations. Gil, welcome
Would
to
you
the
invest
top
in
floor.
him?
I would invest in him. Pending due diligence, obviously, just to check everything else, to make sure all the time. A lot of young South Africans, we know there is a big percentage of young people that are unemployed. Do you think that a lot of them are dreamers enough? Do you think a lot of them are innovative?
I think there are a lot of innovative people in South Africa, especially the youth. It's amazing. We go all over the country with our business, and we go into townships and actual rural areas. And it amazes me how many people have ideas, are hungry, want opportunities, and they just need to be given that one opportunity.
Pumela, ndiyakwamkela sisi.
Ndiyabulela bhuti.
Kule nto ethethwa nguGil eyobana kufuneka wonke umuntu afake isandla sinceda nini uba abantu abatsha bakwazi ukuqhubeka ngamashishini wabo ne. Kukhona mhlawumbe imistake oyaziyo eyenzwa ngabantu abatsha abaninzi. Umuntu ufuna sibone idea but akwazi ukuqhubeka phambili.
I wouldn't say a mistake eyenziwa ngabantu abatsha per se, but to say that young people need more exposure for their ideas, because young people are bright young minds and they've got a lot of ideas, but we need to know where the rubber meets the tar, you know. So we need to give them, the experiences, the exposure, so that they can be able to meet the investors, to meet those people that have the tools to enable them to go to the next level.
And ndiyavuya ba apha irubber netar ziyadibana, investors ziyadibana ne-entrepreneurs abane ideas ezinzima, ideas ezinhle kakhulu abafuna nje uqhubekeka elifeni baphumelele. Before ndibabiza ke top floor masibone bathi ndoni na.
Aritsibane Von Govender, mungwa Amigos Mexican restaurant.
Look, my business idea is something to do with the food business. I've been traveling around overseas for a bit, and I was looking for something to start in South Africa, and I came across Mexican food. And then we realized that chicken was the big part of the fast food industry in South Africa. So I decided to combine the fastest selling product with the range of Mexican food, and that's how Amigos was born, basically.
Ikaba Von ubona bokamosi ba kgwebo ya gagwe byang?
My concept means everything to me. I really want to see my concept being established locally and also internationally.
Masdibana no Justin Friedman wase-Gem, intoni kanye kanye eqhutywayo kweli shishini?
The idea is really about delivering a healthy product, a healthy medical food that assists us in living better, healthier, happier lives.
I-Gem ayiphelelanga kwishishini qha kuJustin.
My product has a very powerful meaning for me because I used to think that media could change the world, and I was involved in large-scale media campaigns in order to drive lasting behavior change. And then I realized that it's not enough. Media, it's not enough. We actually need to change what we put into our bodies, which affects how we feel, how we think, how we are. And so for me, the bigger meaning is it's about helping us to reconnect with who we really are.
Okay, we've got two teams here, Amigos, Von and Mo. Welcome to the top floor.
Thank you.
Andrea, Justin from Gem, welcome to the top floor. It's very simple. They're going to give you time to obviously pitch and impress them. This is a moment that could change your life for the good or for the bad. Remember, only one of you might go into negotiations if they find you investable, or none of you. Umcimbi, uqala ngoku. Good luck.
Okay, good day everybody. My name is Mahal Qaba, and together with my mentor, Von Govender, we represent Amigos Taste of Mexico. And boy, do we have something tantalizing for you today. However, we are looking for a capital investment of about 10 million Rand for a 49% stake in our company. This is to help us to erect a corporate office and a central kitchen where all admin and logistics will be based. We're basically combining flame-grilled chicken and authentic Mexican food. We've tried and tested our product in the marketplace and have actually realized there is a huge gap in the market for this type of food. We believe that with our concept, your money and support, we have a recipe for great success.
We have one store in Randburg at the moment. We have two promotional stores in Norwood and Hillfox at the markets. Basically, the first store we have is just the central kitchen, which doubles up as a store. We didn't have the funding to go and open the store according to the business plan that we have. Our combination of flame grilled chicken and our recipes, our Mexican recipes, and obviously the gap in the market for this type of food. There isn't anything in the country at the moment that's sustainable. A few have tried, but it hasn't developed into anything yet. The market is reacting really well to our product. From the promotional stores that we have and from the central kitchen that we have, we do not even have an anchor tenant in the center, and we've been able to do that turnover, which is very good.
What were your audited financial statements? In your audited financial statements for last year, what is your profit number?
225,000.
225,000 before or after tax?
I think it's after tax.
After tax.
Yes.
You think or you know?
I'm not sure on that. I'll have to find out. I didn't know about...
So we'll tell you one thing.
Yes.
You're coming here, you're asking us for 10 million rand. You need to know your numbers without question. There's no thinking. You need to be able to spit it out. That's the first rule. Otherwise, we can't be amigos. We're happy to eat at your place, but not invest there. So that's already the first challenge.
What have you done to make your Mexican so South African? I'll tell you why I asked the question. I understand that in the States, Mexican food is huge.
It's huge.
But they're next door to Mexico.
Europe.
Tell me why you think Mexican food's going to work here. I've eaten at 1 or 2 Mexican restaurants.
Do you like Mexican food?
Yeah, I do. Personally, I like Mexican food, but I mean, I can't see it as the biggest food in South Africa.
According to research from Euromonitor, which I've read up in 2010, flame-grilled chicken is taking up 43% of the fast food market here. And our combination of
You're boring me with statistics from a research firm that are not about your product.
We're here from GEM-IM. My name is Justin Friedman, and I'm a behavior change specialist.
Andrew Jenkins, a nutritional therapist.
And we're looking for an investment of 2.5 million rand in exchange for 25% of the company. In addition, 500,000 rand in a revolving line of credit, please.
The problem we're addressing is one that there's urban living, high stress, high pace, people are battling to keep up, relying on stimulants, and we're all suffering from stress and fatigue and mood disorders.
So our solution is the GEM. It's a product range which is the ultimate really in botanical functional superfood extracts combined with nutraceutical blends in order to have maximum impact on brain function, heart function, body function, and the chocolate is the delivery mechanism. So what we're interested in is the formulation that goes inside that chocolate, but it can go into a beverage, it can go into other food products, and can go into a capsule form. It's a formulation that's found in various pharmaceuticals. That's the formulation. So what we do is we target various distributors and manufacturers who have existing products. So it's a decentralized approach. We want to be the ingredient inside multiple product categories. That way we avoid the initial startup cost to create our own product line, etc.
I can imagine you going to the likes of the USNs of the world or whoever else you want to sell the product to and pitching your taurine or your product. Why should they buy it?
Because it's effective. It actually it gives the job of what a pharmaceutical is doing, but without the side effects.
You have an independent research study that's been done
on your product, not on the components.
So this is why we need additional capital, because we have independent research done on each individual ingredient over the last 15 years, and we have USDA approval where needed on those. What we're needing the final capital to do in the R&D is to do exactly that, to your point. Can we look at those 3 ingredients combined? We've had personal feedback from about 100 people that have played with it.
Doesn't count. I have another question for you. Why hasn't any other Mexican franchise succeeded in South Africa?
I think what has happened with the Mexican food in South Africa is a lot of companies brought in 1 or 2 Mexican items on their menu, and not really a full Mexican menu.
No, they did.
They did. Cantina Tequila.
I remember there was a spate of Mexican restaurants in the mid-90s. I'm giving away my age. This is bad. But, and they all failed, one after the other. And every time someone tries to bring it in, it fails.
Yeah.
Why are you going to succeed?
Okay, we have a very good business plan for executing this business. That's the first thing. The second thing is we don't want to do it like a normal Mexican restaurant where you come and sit down. And also, as we well know, that chicken is a very big seller in the South African market, so we have that.
Are you not worried that one of the international competitors will come in, people like Taco Bell and other competitors?
Taco Bell was here. They didn't work out. They closed down, I think, the last branch in Edenvale.
Even more to worry about. Why did Taco Bell not work here?
I think it's all about pricing. I think pricing is very key in this kind of environment, and we South Africans, we know our market, and we know how to price it right.
And to you, we'll call you the chocolatiers. If you get your 2.5 million tomorrow, what are you going to do with it?
I just want to stress something about it being a chocolatier. Chocolate is just the medium that this happens to be in. Our formula is a concentration and an extract of ingredients that synergize together. We've happened to put it into chocolate, but that's just one of the mediums. They can go into smoothie bars, it can go into energy, like sort of drinks, it can go into sachets, it can go into nut butters. Chocolate is a medium for our product to be delivered into the system effectively.
Okay. I think we've had enough. One more question for you guys. How long has your current restaurant been running?
15 months. 15
months. Have you made money from the beginning?
Yes, it grows all the time.
And who invested the money to open the original restaurant?
This is where it all went wrong, if I can just tell you the story. We had an initial investor who came in, and after the first 3 months, his other big deal came through for exporting wine, and he didn't have the finances to go through with this. That's where we were shut off.
How much money was invested?
Close to R1 million.
So right now, there's been R1 million investment in your business, and your business last year made 225,000 Rand, more or less?
Yes, that's including the 2 promotional stores that we opened at the markets.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
So we've got sufficient information.
Can I just add one thing, because you mentioned other investors. What we have not mentioned is we do have an additional investor. He's invested 200,000 Rand in cash and 300,000 Rand in technology and resource. He currently owns 12.5% of the business. He's still involved. He uses the product.
Why doesn't he give you more money?
His traditional role is to incubate and help to seed.
But do you still need the incubation?
You know, I think there are different layers of incubation.
You want us to put big money in. You want us to get into partnership with you, but you're not alone.
They want us to put 10 times what the last investor put in.
Yeah. Okay. The name of the investor is Mr. P. Wesselink.
Mr. P?
Wesselink.
Wesselink, okay. Yeah. So Mr. P. Wesselink put in 250,000 Rand 2.5 years ago. Perfect.
Okay, guys, this is what's going to happen at this stage. We're going to give our investors and advisor some bit of time to deliberate on the decision. As I have to remind you, one of you might be investable, which means they'll get into the negotiation stage, or none of you. Let's go. Sure, guys, it's never easy on the top floor, hey? I just want to find out quickly how you think it went. One?
Okay, let me go first. It's hectic in there. Those guys know what they're doing. But all in all, we're just hoping for the best. And, you know, especially with that question where they said, they asked if, why do we think we are going to be different from other Mexican food businesses that came and went? I think it's all about branding and marketing, really.
Andrea, Justin, how did it go?
I enjoyed it. I mean, we're passionate about the product. We love it. Whatever happens, we're going to continue on with it. Works for us. If it creates that and kindles the passion in them, that's wonderful too. If it doesn't, we still love it, and we'll, yeah, as I say, continue.
Masidibane nomnikazi weJabu Stone Hair Chain, umhlekazi uJabu Stone.
The founder of Jabu Stone Products, Jabu Stone Salons, Jabu Stone Legend, Jabu Stone Jungle Juice.
uJabu wabona ithuba lonakekela inwele zesintu.
We had the issue of your hair must be straight for you to be lookable, your skin must be light. So those are the things that I didn't like a lot. So hence, I started the issue of natural hair. I would encourage lots of people to get into business because remember, if you've got more entrepreneurs, we've got more jobs created.
Guys, we have had 2 different types of food species. One is more medical and one is more mainstream. What do you think?
I always remember that you can't be investing in products that you like. You have to invest in businesses that you like. And very often the 2 are very different from each other. So, yeah, Ran, what do you think of Amigos?
I like the fact that the guys have got a store. They have a proof of concept. They've tested their recipes. I'd like to hear some consumer feedback. I'd like to go and find out exactly how popular the store actually is. So I like that. They seem to be good guys. They seem to know what they're doing. They seem to have got the bad end of the stick with an investor that came and went. So, yeah, it's an interesting concept. I'm very worried about the fact that Mexican hasn't taken off in South Africa. And we've got to really try and understand why it is that Mexican hasn't succeeded in South Africa. Because that may be a flaw in the whole business model.
I think that the guys want to leapfrog, as you're saying. They want to start from 1 store and then move on to 5 stores, which is quite a jump. I think they need to move gradually. if I can go to, I think, the next guys, if I may quickly, because I've just been comparing the two. Yeah. The next guys, their product, it also needs still a lot of work to do. However, I think there is a bit of a niche that they can carve if they change the way in which they deliver the product.
They are focusing on a formulation, not necessarily a brand, which is fine. But you've got two jobs to do. You've got to sell the formulation and then build a brand. That takes time, it takes money, it takes skills and expertise. They don't necessarily have all those on hand. My other concern is very, very early stage. I mean, we're talking about that angel investor who invested in them at an incubation level. They're still incubating. They've only just begun. They haven't turned a profit. They haven't sold a product.
They haven't got a trademark. They haven't got a trademark. They haven't got a patent.
So they're going to have to start the business from scratch. And my concern is they're going to learn on the skin of our backs and our money.
Okay, teams, this is what's going to happen now. Obviously, they've deliberated. They've come up with a decision. Hopefully positive for one of you. I have to remind you that only one of you can advance to a stage of negotiations, or none of you. It's up to them. Investors, advisor?
I think I'm going to start off with Amigos. Now, I'm not sure how many other South Africans would substitute some of their normal fast food eating habits for this Mexican food that they don't know anything about. We're also very, very, very concerned that running a restaurant and running a franchise operation are two completely different things.
Justin and Andrea, well, let me start off by saying that we like you guys, and it is all about backing the jockeys, not the horses. But just like with Amigos, it's not about the product necessarily, it's about the business behind the product. We have concerns that you guys need a lot of research, and research costs a lot of money.
So you've got two fantastic individuals who are so passionate about their product, and I can see that you guys really believe that you're going to make it. And then you've got two individuals who are running a business, and the business is making a little bit of money, have a, should we call it a proof of concept, which is something that works, that shows us that this concept can actually work. It's a tough decision.
One of you will be leaving immediately, and the other one will stay to negotiate. So, Justin, Andrea, thank you for your time. We will not be investing with you guys.
Thank you very much for your time and consideration.
Justin and Andrea, thank you so much and all of the best. You may exit the 22nd floor.
Yeah, the decision's been made, and yeah, we feel fine. It's they've made a decision based on their background and what they know. This concept is a big concept. You will see more of it, and there's a huge future with it, which we strive for. Yeah.
And yeah, there's disappointment that we didn't receive the capital we need, but I don't feel undeterred. I think that, like Andrea said, we are a bit ahead, but then, you know, so was Apple, and I'm confident that we can still go forward and help to reconnect each other to the gem.
So we have good news and we have bad news. The bad news is we're not going to give you what you want.
Okay, but you knew that before you came here, right? Yep. That's why you asked for 10 million. So remember, this is a negotiation, and of course you can decide to choose to keep negotiating with us or cut us off at any point. Okay. So I think to start it off, I'm going to say to you guys, we're not interested in investing such big amounts to build a franchise business with you guys yet.
We also think that there are opportunities for you guys to reconsider the menu, how you approach things, to do more market research. Pumela touched on it, and we agree with Pumela 100%. You're at a very early stage of the business, and we're not willing to give you money until we know that you guys are going to succeed. We're committing to you that we will give you our IP, our understanding of marketing, of branding, of running businesses, and that we will give you for free.
We want the time to do our own research. We want to bring out professional research companies We want to find out why Mexican hasn't succeeded in South Africa. And only after we have all those things, then we'll sit down with you guys in a room again and start the negotiation.
I think it's a fair deal. What do you think, guys?
Sounds good.
Are you ready?
Yes,
Are you
let's
keen?
go for it.
Yes.
Let's do it, amigos.
So we're all amigos.
Yes.
All right.
Well done, well done.
Thank you.
Shaking the hands of the new amigos.
That's great.
Thanks for the
Welcome on
opportunity.
board.
Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Thank
Roy.
you.
Roy.
Cool.
Gil.
Cool.
Congratulations.
Thank you, man.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much, man.
You should learn our name because we could be your new partners soon.
Close. Von, congratulations, man.
Thank you, George.
Guys, congratulations once again. You may exit the top floor.
Thank you.
The negotiations with the investors was pretty harsh. We didn't get the deal, but we got something that we can look forward to, and some negotiations going forward with our business, and we'll see how it goes from here.
This is a learning curve for me, hands-on experience. We've got a long way to go, and I feel this is a really good learning opportunity.
Injalo ke mntasekhaya apha e-top floor i-decision sometimes ziba zithathele enye icala, sometimes zithathele enye icala. Sibabonela ke amaqela wethu amabini ubana abayi-1 bafumene some sort of a deal. Kufuneka ndiyiclarify into yobana abakayifumani laa deal abo bafumana i-10 million for 49% equity. Bathi kubo jonga, sifuna ujonga kuqala kuyibhizinesi yenu ubana imodeli yenu isebenza kanjani na, bayenze le nto kuthiwa i-due diligence. Obviously from there kuzawuqalwa ke ngoku kunegotiate. Mhlambe ngenye imini apho uhlala khona uzayibona i-Amigos. Siyabuya. Ke wa magala gape go Rize Mzansi re sa le mo top floor mo ileng gore go dirwa disentse digolo tša go thuša borago bopotlana ba ba reng re na le tsebo, re na le di-product tše e le gore ke tša go makatša di ka fetola maphelo a batho. Re gopela fela tšhelete, re gopela thušo le tsebo e tseneletšego gore re godiše kgwebo tša rena. Ke go gopotša gore team tša rena tša mathomo Amigos ba gopela 10 million ba re bona ba ikemišetše go fana ka 49% equity mo businesseng ya bona, and group ya rena ya Gem ba gopela 2.5 million ba fana ka 25%, and re bone re mafelelong ke Amigos ba e le gore ba kgonne go humana chance ya gore ba lebelle kgwebo ya bona, and ge le gore ba happy go ba thabile ka se ba se boneng ba tla kgona gore ba negotiate ba ba thushe. Maybe one day re tla ba bona Amigos. Re tšwela pele bona le babedi ba tlo tsena le bona ba re batho ba modimo re na le di-ideas tše digolo, re na le gore re ka nyaka future ya go tsebalega, so re gopele fela ditsebe re theeletše gore na re tshwereng, and ge ba ratile se ba se kwago ba tlo tsena dipoledišanong. Ge dipoledišano e sepetse botse o mongwe wa bona o humana deal. Ke go botša gore ke o tee fela tlo humanang deal goba motlho mongwe ka bobedi ga bona. Before re tšwela pele a re bone rena ba re ba tshwereng.
A re tsebane le Counsel Peters mong wa Innocakes.
My business idea is basically making bespoke cakes for all types of celebration. This will be your weddings, your birthdays, your graduations, etc.
E ka ba kgwebo ya Counsel e ra go reng go yena?
My business to me has been some form of freedom because I get to do what I love. I get to make a living doing what I love, and I get to express my my creative side. So that is exactly what it means to me.
Okay, David Mokweli, o thuntša lerole ka Acha.
Yeah, I'm here today. I'm doing Acha. This product is I'm taking it to various supplying the shops. I want it to grow.
Kgwebo ya gage e šetše e fetotše maphelo a batho ba bantši.
It means a lot. We rely on this business. My kids now are able to go to school. Imagine my wife was not working. We were struggling. Now we have employed 10 people. So those 10 people, they are making something, they put bread on their table to support their families. Through this, so I value it very much.
Kensani amamkela eka top floor. Rize Mzansi. David ralamagela top floor. Ke ta go tlo sepela so. Re tlo le fa chance gore dire picture lena le presenter. Ge ba ratile se ba se kwago. O tee wa lena o tlo gona go negotiate. Ge negotiation di sepetse botse mohlomong tla khomana deal. O tee fela wa mohlomong ka bobedi ba lena le ka se khomane selo. umcimbi uqala apha mntasekhaya. Good luck.
Good day, investors. My name is Kensani Peters. I'm the founder and the director of Innocakes. I'm seeking 500,000 rands worth of investment for 10% equity of 20% equity share of my company. We create bespoke cakes for different kinds of celebrations. These include your wedding cakes, your baby shower cakes, your birthday cakes. The business was registered in 2006. I was still employed at that time, and I was selling muffins at the tuck shop where I was employed. And it really started kicking off in 2008. I would like to open a shop next year. So the money will be used for buying the machinery, for branding the shop, and every other thing that will be needed for the shop. We are advertising on different platforms. One, we have a website. Two, we have got a car, my personal car, that is branded with the Ntobelo sticker. And three, we advertise on a wedding website, which is www.deliberation.co.za. We also advertise on wedding magazines. We take the customer from the process of them consulting with us, to them ordering a cake, to them actually tasting our cakes. We give them customer satisfaction.
How much do you think it's going to cost you to open a store? And where are you going to open the store?
We're going to open a shop in Midrand. We're still looking at the right complex for us to establish our shop.
And how much do you think it's going to cost you to open the store? Because I've never heard of a store that costs 500,000 rand.
Is it too much or too little?
Too little.
How do you not know this?
Maybe it'll be a little store. Have you done your homework?
Yes.
So what's 500,000 rand going to get you?
It's going to get us the necessary machinery that we need.
And you're going to have branding and the shop fittings and everything?
Yes.
Wow.
I think give him a piece of cake to calm him down.
Okay.
And these projections that you're talking about for 500,000 are over what period? Thank you.
Okay.
Is it 1 year, 2 years, 3 years? What are your projections for this amount of money?
It's amazing.
Looks like the one your mother makes.
Wow.
Homemade cake.
So what cake is this? Just before you answer the finance questions, what cake is
That's
this?
the caramel and mint and choc cake.
Did you know that this is my favorite?
Is it? Okay.
So you've just
All cakes are my favorite.
You've just impressed Gil. What I was asking is that this 500,000 is over what period? What are your projections? Is it 1 year, 2 years, 3 years? Over how long do you want to disburse the 500,000?
I think once off, just to buy all the necessary machinery that will be needed and to start off the shop.
Okay, I think I've heard enough. David.
Hi, my name is David. I'm from Limpopo. I'm doing Acha, the vegetable Acha and mango Acha. For my business, I give out 30% for 3 million. I've got, when I make the calculations, this is doing very well where I'm from. I'm selling to Polokwane, all the shops in Polokwane. The shops I'm supplying, they are very few. I don't have buggy transport to transport them. That is why some of them I don't have muscles. If I have an investor in my business, it can go all over. The orders, we've got plenty of orders. The demand is high. With our Acha, it can stand on it's having a long life on a shelf. You look at Achas, other Achas in the shop, you find that the oil, you can see the oil and the water inside. We're using this small machine to cut the vegetable. For mango one, we are buying the already chopped mango. In a month we can make 5,000 bottles. We've got different sizes of.
How much do you sell your average bottle for?
The vegetable one is 22 rand.
How much would it cost to buy that in the store, approximately?
28, 30 bucks.
28 to 30 rand.
Yes.
And compared to competitors, how much do the competitors sell that for?
Some are they're selling for same price, normal same price, 26, 20.
So you're up against big brands that are very established, and you are selling for the same price. Big brands have brand equity, have brand value, and therefore they can charge bigger prices.
But he's got a great Acha.
All Achas are great.
But people don't know that.
No, they're not the customers who bought this, my Acha, To give an example, I was supplying one shop at the Mall of the North, the new mall there. So I was supplying these people. Because I'm using one buggy, I've got a lot of customers. Sometimes I did delayed by, when I supposed to give them their order, I give them late a day. Then they call another supplier. So the customer said to them, they want that arch, the McFlora arch. So I had to make an arrangement to other people so that when the buggy is busy.
Okay, we understand. We understand all these. We understand the logistics and all the logistical issues. How many bottles of Acha did you sell last year?
For the whole year, more than 20,000.
I think we understand both businesses, and interesting. We need to deliberate.
Well, it sounds like the investors have got sufficient information. I'm not sure if maybe Pumera Kukona Umde Pindubus.
I'm fine now, thank you.
You're also fine as well. Okay, so about Lobana Navaratilia Mang, it about the fellow person and Deliberation. Sometimes, Kabuti Halan Alice and Deliberation. Marase would say Lord of Wanakabana, but decide. So, Rwafana Kunyan, or about decide, or about it. Out of features. Okay, Gamo to flow, how easy. Over tight, the questions are tough sometimes. And you talk about Counsel. What's a mail or village?
I will hear from them what they decide.
Yeah.
I think I've presented what I offer, and it's up to them to invest or not.
And we have to what would you everything when you're going?
No, I felt like they didn't ask me enough questions. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What am I going?
Hey.
What is the video going to go?
Hey. Yeah, I think I presented my company well. Yeah. I've said a mouthful about it, and it's up to them to decide. But that's a good business.
What have I got to say? You're going to go and go a chance in a going and inching and a go for effects. We're going to put a speak.
Hey, you know what we did in product and we did in Castle Kamuka, Mara, Chick the Villaging, Kimchi on a company like Neu-Ner. I said a mouthful.
Gentlemen, two great products. They look great, they taste great. What are your thoughts?
This is why I love South Africa, because here you have two individuals that represent the entrepreneurial sector of South Africa.
These are the guys who make the economy run. I'll tell you one thing, I'd back either of them.
It's a tough one.
So let's talk business. Kensani, 500,000 Rand, doesn't really know her numbers that well. She's not a businesswoman. She hasn't thought this through. To build a store is going to cost her $1 million, to sign a lease where she commits to space, etc.
I don't think she needs a store, to be honest.
I also don't think so.
She must find opportunities to sell more cakes more often. The time for shops will come. I'll tell you the problem with having a shop. You're so busy running the shop that you actually forget to sell the product.
But I think everybody has a sense of wanting to grow, and she wants to grow. The only thing lacking is the fact that she has not done her homework in terms of how much will this machinery that she's looking for cost, how much will the lease cost. But in terms of the vision, she's got it.
That's Kensani. Let's talk a little bit about David.
I love this guy. He's a born trader. He doesn't give up.
The problem is there's a big leap between being a trader and being the owner of a huge successful brand company. There's a lot of learning that needs to happen over there, and my concern as always is, do we have to pay for those tuition fees?
On the other hand, sometimes he can learn as he goes along. We can invest. I mean, he's asking for massive numbers, 3 million Rand. I don't think he knows what he'd do with 3 million
I think
Rand.
both of them are dreaming with their valuations.
Yeah, sure, the valuation, sure, but also the quantum or the sum of money. 3 million Rand, that's a lot of money. I need to be sure that he knows what he's going to do with the money.
Okay, Bachabish. Nakuila was very sanaifili. There were butchers after Deliberation Jabona. Banana ke mang we leng gore ba ka gona mo fa thusho ya tšhelete le tsebo gore kgwebo e gole ke le go potsa gore go kgetha o tee goba ba ka se kgethe o mongwe akere investors?
So this is a tough one because we've been on the show and it's been all about food. And then we presented with two amazing people and we had to be quite critical because that's what we do when we invest. But here's a case of two typical South African entrepreneurs. Two people who came here, have started from nothing and have built businesses. You're walking around with a file full of orders and hell, you turned over 230,000 or 240,000. So there's two of you here today and our job is to get the two down to one and then to invest in one.
So we have an idea.
Okay.
And the producers may be upset with us. And Aaron, I'm looking at you.
I'm actually getting very worried because I'm looking at you thinking maybe you want to change the format of the show. But anyway, let's hear the decision.
So here's the thing. We need to first decide and then negotiate. We're going to turn things around. First we negotiate, then we decide. Aaron, don't shoot us. We're just investors. That's how we roll. Okay. So here's the deal, guys. We have 100,000 Rand cash available and our expertise, our marketing abilities, our mentorship available to one of you.
Okay.
What are you willing to give us for it? What are you willing to give us for it? 100,000 Rand.
I think I want to put the 100,000 Rand into perspective. You asked us for 500,000 Rand and you wanted to open a store. You mentioned that you want to open a store. Our business savvy says that maybe a store is not the right way to go. So what we're saying is, we want to be a partner. Where that takes us, we don't know. But we want to take the first step with you. And we're willing to pay to get involved with you. David, we don't know what you're going to do with the 3 million Rand, but it sounds like a lot of money. And especially because you can't even tell me how many bottles you sold last year. So we want to be your partners. We want to work with you. And we want to grow this business together.
And we're not asking for it for free. We're saying we'll put in 100,000. It's a show of good faith. It's not the big numbers that you guys were discussing, but it's something to show our intent. And then we work as partners. But for that 100,000, what are you guys willing to give up? David?
Yeah, I would like to work with you, and for that amount, I'll give you 10%. As long as when you are with me, when I grow, you still be there, you'll see.
That's
the plan.
That's our entrance ticket. We're saying we don't believe that you know your business well enough to know how much money to ask for and how to get the money and how to be smart about it. And we want to come on that journey with you. Yeah. So you're offering us just to make sure we all understand, you're offering us 10%.
That means you're valuing your business for us as a partnership for 1 million Rand.
It's not a bad valuation.
Well, Kinsani, for 100,000 Rand, what are you willing to give us?
A free cake?
Well,
good answer. Good answer, seeing that you love her cake.
And Aaron, yeah, I'm ready to pay that kind of money for a cake this good.
I want this 100,000 and I want the mentorship. So I'm going to have to bet him and give you 15%.
15. David, I'm going to give you a chance to go a little bit higher than him.
Yeah, I also, because this, I'm not doing this for me. If my company got that, it means it's going to benefit other people out there.
So she's offering us 15%. What is your number?
For 100,000.
For 100,000?
I'll give you 20, as long as the company go up.
So 20%.
I think I want to pick this up, if you don't mind. If I gave you 100,000 Rand today, would you give me 35% of your business?
No.
If I gave you 100,000 Rand, would you give me 35% of your business?
For 100,000 Rand.
And us, helping you, guiding you, mentoring you.
Yeah.
Is it a deal?
So you would give us a deal? It's not a deal yet. You'd give us a deal?
Yeah, I'll give it, as long as you'll be by my side.
No problem. Going to give you a last chance because at this stage it looks like you're going to lose the deal.
And we don't want it to be about an auction, but we like you both. We like both businesses, but more importantly, we like you both as individuals. Kinsani, 35%, 100,000 Rand, and us.
No.
That's fine.
Got your work cut out.
No, hold on a second. I want her business. I want that business.
But Ran, she doesn't see the value that you're going to bring. And maybe that's okay. Sometimes you have to let things go.
Hold on a second. Okay, I'm going to give you a last offer.
Okay.
And it's a last offer.
Okay.
100,000 Rand for 30%. It's the last offer.
No.
No.
Kisani, you've made your stand very clearly that you're not interested in the 100,000 for 35% or even 30% that Ran is offering. I can only wish you all of the best. They obviously like your business, but what happens on the top floor is that only one can be picked and negotiate for a deal.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to ask you to leave the 22nd floor. Okay. Thank you. You may leave.
I'm not crying over my decision. I'm at peace, and I think I will seek investment somewhere else. And I think it's important for me to do what I feel right about, instead of just taking a deal that comes my way and I later regret about it.
David, let's clarify what we've got on the table here. We would like to offer you 100,000 Rand and our support in return for 35% of your business.
The 100,000, it won't help much, but it's...
David, we will find the money to fund the orders. So this is not money to produce the orders.
This is just 100,000 Rand
just to
buy into your business, just to become partners.
Yeah, thanks very much. I'm happy.
That's fantastic.
I'm happy.
We also.
You're also very happy. Thank you very much, partner. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Welcome on board. This is the beginning.
Then I'll begin. Thanks very much.
Thank you, David. We'll see you tomorrow at the office.
Tomorrow, as I've said, tonight I'm flying to Zimbabwe.
Good.
Business is already running. Business is already running.
That's the entrepreneur we brought into Aaron. He doesn't want to meet his new partners because he's got business to do. We like that.
Yeah. Okay, David, at the end of the day, when I know who man a deal, what would you do with 100,000? I see our Kawaka to show the Bahono Toma, where we learn a lay woody shake more. Hello, tomorrow, I'll tell in China, but Hono finance or how we are in Emily at Gabuhano.
Our God is great, and thanks very much, partners.
Okay. A happy ending. Clearly, Gil and Ran enjoyed the Acha. And they enjoyed the cake as well, but that's what I came motor flow. Milao, I fit all. Here one of them. One of them. One day, but I can't open a lena, but I know Motusha because that's about it. How would Tagana Limutu, Rati, is at Lutagana. Listen, Mrs. Spirisiabel, or just a copaning Kiditaba. Lichona, Camiriti, dear Copan. Uchola Pilwi to Winchi, Caseresida Motor Flow, Hanamo Rize Mzansi, Gelrat Africa War. Good night.
We've got a deal. We've got a deal of that 100,000 is not a deal. They just for them to come into our business. So this is big.